Hey guys, and welcome back to another podcast with ya boy Tana.
It's your boy Lucas.
And we're back to talk about some more tech-related things.
Video game things.
Yeah, see, this is what happens when you're lazy and nothing's planned. So, I guess we'll talk about what happened, why we didn't upload. School is it's a real kick in the crotch, you know what I mean? So, with that said, we have some definitely interesting stuff to talk about today, or tonight, whenever you're watching this. But, so, we definitely have some interesting things to talk about. The gaming world has changed,
Dramatically.
Yeah, pretty dramatically because of one particular game that you probably already know about.
I can't wait to hear this.
And I have my own personal story to talk about with it. I guess we'll just get right into it and stop, wasting your time. Because, like I always say, you have a life too. So first, oh no, what happened? Oh no. Hold on a second. So something happened. Oh no. Oh, well, hold on. I'll just put this back on. Don't worry, guys. We got this. Oh, whoa, what happened?
There's nothing we can't fix.
Yeah, there's nothing we can't fix. Hold on.
By we, I mean Tanner.
Oh, hold on. Okay. Ta-da! Okay, we're back.
Hey.
Don't worry. There's bound to be messed up things when you're too lazy to edit and, do actual things. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about Quantum Break, but Tanner, Quantum Break is old news and it was bad. Well, you better listen up, bub. All right. Quantum Break might have another chance. It's actually coming to Steam.
What?
Because Microsoft decided, oh man, yeah, Quantum Break. Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. So they decided to bring it over onto Steam to see if Valve can try to fix their problems. But
How was it bad? I never personally played it.
Okay, well on PC it was terrible. The frame rate was bad. You could clearly tell it wasn't made for PC. You could clearly tell that it was just made for a console. But Lucas, what are your thoughts on Quantum Break coming to Steam? Do you think it'll, get good reviews or bad reviews like it originally had?
Oh, I think if Valve fixes it up, it'll definitely get good reviews because it looked like a pretty interesting concept. I was pretty excited to buy it until I heard Tanner talk about it. I'm like, I think I'll save my money.
Yeah, and with Steam and how well, when they release their games, how well it usually runs on your computer is a lot better than the Windows Store. I don't know if that'll fix any problems, but since Quantum Break is probably going to be re-released, that means they probably have a bunch of fixes for it. And that it'll probably run better than originally. Well, it'll probably run as well as intended, but, when it came out on Windows 10 Store, it was just a complete pile of junk. Quantum Break was a very interesting concept, and it was clearly built for a console. If you can see right here, it actually full controller support, and if you go right here, it says a controller is recommended. We recommend playing we recommend playing Quantum Break with a controller because it was clearly meant for a console. I heard that playing it on PC is way too easy, especially with the time slowing mechanic. And yeah, I just heard that. That's also another reason why it was bad. And it looks like that they didn't fix the difficulty of the game to match with PC.
Yes, I like a challenge.
Yeah, I want a challenge too, but I still don't play Dark Souls. That game really hates me. Yeah, I don't like that game as much as a lot of people do. But so keep an eye out on this September 14th. Don't listen to that. It will unlock in approximately 2 weeks because it's farther than 2 weeks away. What are you doing, Steam? But look out for this. Check the reviews. September 14th, 2016. I highly doubt a lot of people will go and purchase this. but from the few people that probably will, we'll see whether or not it actually has good reviews. And I guess we'll just have to get back to you guys on that.
Read the reviews first.
Oh no, there aren't any reviews.
Yeah, before when it does come out.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll read the reviews first, and we'll probably go over that. But so now we're gonna talk about something that a lot of PC players have wanted since Halo
Since
2? Since Halo 3, because Halo 3 didn't actually come out on the PC. I mean, you could get Halo Online, but that's a different story. But so I think it's September 8th. I don't know the exact date, but Halo 5 Forge is coming to PC. It's not the full game, but you have the Forge aspect and you can play with friends online. So how do you feel about that, Lucas?
Oh, I think that's pretty cool. It's about time they finally started bringing some stuff over to PC. It's been years.
Yes, exactly. And with the Play Anywhere coming from Microsoft, that allows you to play a certain select amount of Xbox games on PC, we definitely expect Halo 6 to be one of those games.
Hopefully.
Yeah. And so Halo 5 Forge is coming to PC very soon, like I said. And so they also came out with the system requirements recently. And here's the interesting thing. Look at the operating system. According to Microsoft, you need the anniversary update. I don't know why, but you do.
Well, shoot.
If you have anything less, I don't know if it'll work or not. But also, the specs seem to be a little high. Well, I mean, okay, so a 970 is a lot better than an Xbox One. And to run this game at 1080p at 60 FPS, I hope that's max settings. You need to have a 970, which is...
It's better than an Xbox One S.
Yeah, it's better. It's better than an Xbox... pretty much better than an Xbox One S. And I don't know why the specs are really high. Maybe...
It plays easily on an Xbox One, I mean...
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. And it has the full game, but the specs just seem a little high to me. But, I mean, And also, the weird jump is the 970 to the 980 Ti, and the 980 Ti playing it at 4K at 60 frames.
Doesn't add up.
Not exactly, because, playing games on the 980 Ti at 4K at 60 frames is a pretty hard feat in a lot of different games. But, yeah, it is September 8th, and so watch out for that. It'll be on the Windows 10 store. I'll see you there, I guess. And so now this is where it turns into something different. This is what I wanted to talk about. There is one game that came out August 12th. Yeah, got a lot of attention. August 12th, 2016.
A lot of attention.
Yeah, you probably already know what I'm talking about if you have the game. But the thing that I want to talk about is a game that I actually had a personal experience with already, and I refunded it. There's a reason why, and I'll get into that right now.
I'm excited to hear this.
So it's No Man's Sky. Oh, whoop-de-doo. So
Game of the year.
So let's see here. 40. Oh my God. 49% of these 53,073 user reviews for this game are positive.
That is less than half.
That is less than half. Just letting you know. And
That's
this is 53,000 people. This is a hugely hyped game, and also you don't really see 53,000 reviews on one game on Steam. I pretty much guarantee the first review is probably thumbs down. I'm just guessing. Yeah, that's what I thought. This game has endless possibilities, almost all of which are not featured in the game. I had a great time playing this game for the first 8 hours, and then it was just a grind. Just couldn't stop playing it, mostly because I hope for something awesome at the center of the universe. But there's literally nothing at the center. It actually takes things away from you instead. I got all the achievements, but I still don't have all of the blueprints. Message found, message already learned. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. He pretty much summed up what I was about to talk about. I bought this game I sat down. I was about to hit the 3-hour mark, right? So it's like, you can refund games on Steam if you've played 2 hours, right? And they're a little lax with it if you haven't exactly reached 3 hours yet. So I almost reached 3 hours and I didn't notice, so I'm glad I quit then. But so I knew this game was going to be an exploration-based game, and I liked that. I like exploration.
Who doesn't?
But the lack of content was so surprising. Endless possibilities. Sure, you could do whatever you want in the game. I mean, technically, there's endless possibilities. Whatever.
You said no with air quotes.
Yeah, I said that with air quotes, by the way, if you couldn't tell. And technically, all of these worlds are generated differently, but you start to see a pattern. The worlds start to look the same, even though that they're generated differently, and it slowly becomes boring. It's an exploration game with not enough to explore in the first place. There's not enough content to explore.
I actually was worried about that, because what do they say? There's 3 billion or something?
It's 18 Yeah, 18, I think it's 18. 18 quintillion planets to explore.
What's the point of exploring them all if they're all the same?
Yeah, what's the point in exploring them if you start to see patterns everywhere you turn? And also, there was so much stuff that came up. 2 people were supposedly on the same server, and they landed on the same planet and stood in front of the same NPC and couldn't see each other. So, technically, Sean Murray lied about the multiplayer aspect, which I don't know why you'd buy No Man's Sky for the multiplayer aspect, but, technically, Sean Murray did lie about something, and there's this huge controversy about this, and also, I was in disbelief when people started bashing on the game. I was like, no way.
It can't be.
In my mind, I was like, it couldn't be as bad as people say.
That's what hype does.
Yeah, that's what hype does. I succumbed to the hype a little bit, not as much as other people. Jesus Christ, other people. Death threats and all of that stuff towards Sean Murray. That was crazy.
I didn't succumb to all. I didn't even think about buying the game.
Yeah, so lucky you, because I bought the game. I paid $60.
Ooh.
A full AAA price tag for an indie game that should be priced at $20. Ladies and gentlemen, No Man's Sky also, according to this graph that I saw, I can't really find it, but according to the graph, it has lost, let's see here, about 50% of its player base, and I wonder why. I mean, look at the reviews. But seriously, Sean Murray needs to get his crap together. He needs to update the game. He needs to fix the game. I mean, it was pretty bad on PC when it launched. There was a bunch of crash issues on the PS4, and I'm sorry for the people that bought a physical copy. That's unfortunate. That's a little bit harder to refund.
Yes. So yeah, it's not just a PC problem. It's like just one giant problem with just the game itself.
Mm-hmm. And so I refunded No Man's Sky, and I decided to get Metro Last Light Redo, which I highly recommend. It's a really good first-person shooter. It's old. It's from 2014, 2013 or something like that. It's a little bit older, but it's better than No Man's Sky.
Also, if you realize 49%, that's an F.
That's below an F, ladies and gentlemen.
Also, most people don't write a review, so I can't imagine how many people also just disagree.
Yeah, I think I wrote a review, but it's it's highly unlikely that I'll actually just find it right here. But so I think my review was
don't bite.
Wait, no. I think my review was love to explore, not enough. I was excited to explore, but wasn't enough to explore in the first place. Yeah, I don't remember exactly what it was, but okay.
Wait, what about some good aspects of it though? Like we're just focusing on the negatives.
Okay, yeah. Let's see the good aspects.
I can't think of any. The graphics? How are the graphics?
The graphics are very pretty, except when something randomly generates and in midair. Okay, so this was really weird. You know, you could pick up supply drops and stuff, and they spawn in the middle of the air. Actually, we're gonna kind of move on from this topic, trashing on it, or also giving it, you know, props or whatever, because, you know, we need to keep it around 45 minutes. Otherwise, it takes so long to upload. So, the next thing that we're gonna talk about is a really cool laptop, right? That somebody worked really hard on to fit actual desktop cards in there, not the 960M or the 1080M or anything with an M in it, because that's the laptop version of the card. They can fit a 1080 and a 1070. I don't exactly remember. Okay, here, let me just get right back into this. It's called the Eurocom Sky. And so it has an Intel Core i7 and two NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1080s or 1070s in SLI, and an optional 120Hz display panel.
Holy crap. How expensive is this thing?
It's a beast. And so
Looks like it.
it's SLI, and this is real, like, this is like real desktop graphics cards in here. As you can see, it is really thick. And
But it's
I don't know how they pulled off this black magic, okay? I don't know how they're cooling the laptop. Okay, so if you guys don't know, a graphics card without the coolers on it, or the air coolers, is actually a really thin piece of, I don't know what you want to call it, plastic or whatever, I don't know. But it's called PCB, and it's just a really thin card, right? And so that's how they fit it in there. But I still don't know how they cool it so, you know, your laptop doesn't explode, or it doesn't, you know, melt, or it doesn't singe it doesn't singe your leg hairs off. Seriously, I don't exactly know how they do that. But see, hold on, let me find a good picture. Actually, you can't really see a really good picture. But the GPUs are definitely in there. It's just I don't think you can really see them in this picture.
My question is, how expensive is this thing?
Okay, well,
What's the price tag?
I don't know.
Because just on its own, a 1080 is pretty expensive.
Yeah. Okay. Here, let me look it up. Eurocom Sky price.
See, these are good for portable.
Whoa. Okay.
Oh.
$2,000. Wow.
I'm in.
like two 1080s is about 1,200.
And an i7 is pretty darn expensive.
And an i7 is pretty darn expensive, and the rest of the stuff, but I don't think it actually adds up to $2,543. You could probably build a desktop with two 1080s for less price, but, you know, if you want it to be portable, go with the Sky X9.
Or if you just don't want to build your own.
Yeah, if you have a mansion, and if you have, you know, like $1 million coming in every year because you're a renowned doctor, go ahead and buy this. I mean, nobody's really stopping you except my word. I mean, you could build a desktop, guys, and you could get a 144 hertz monitor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like somebody I know.
Yeah, like somebody, you know, using it to record this right now. All right. Okay.
Hint, hint.
So the next thing that we're going to talk about is one of my personal favorite things that I want to talk about tonight, whenever you're watching this, is a game that I decided to back on Kickstarter. I don't back things on Kickstarter very much, but this really caught my eye. It is a great game that I'm excited to introduce called Glitched, okay? And this game really caught my eye. I like Undertale. Oh no, you like Undertale. Yeah, I do. I do like Undertale. Not the community.
Undertale.
Not the community. Let me clarify. The community.
Wait, the community?
The community wants. I hope the community dies sometime, okay? Because the community is just overwhelmingly horrible.
Wait, why?
They post so much crap, and it's just... You guys can look it up. Look up Undertale community. I don't know, you might find some stupid stories about it or whatever. But, so this game is a little bit similar to it. A little bit. Take that with a grain of salt, because saying it's a little bit like Undertale doesn't mean that, you should hate on it or anything.
Game.
Yeah. But this is a really, really cool game. You can get the demo on itch.io for free, and surprisingly it's around like 2 hours-ish or more. And so, this is a little hard to explain. So you start the game, it's almost a game within a game. So you start the game and you meet Mr. Frog. I know, kind of funny. But Mr. Frog says, oh, well, hi, whatever, you picked your name, so I'm just going to say Tanner. It's like, hi, Tanner.
Okay.
And, yeah, so you're assigned to this person called Conrad in this game, right? And so you're assigned to Conrad to kind of look over him and kind of guide him around. He doesn't know you're there. But all of a sudden, the other character, Gus, Conrad wants to leave the town of Betwixt, and Gus doesn't want him to. But the second that Conrad tries to leave, he becomes glitched, and everybody forgets him except you and Gus. And after Gus wakes up, he notices that you're actually there, and the entire game becomes a fourth wall breaking scenario. And it looks like a pretty great RPG. And by the way, okay, so they actually reached over $65,000, right? And so since they reached over 65,000, if you go to their updates, they hit 65K, and free DLC goes to all of the backers, right? And the free DLC, they promised that it would be 10 to 25 hours of extra content for free. That is dedication to your fans. That's crazy. And, if you like a game, why have less of it when you can have more of it, So, I supported this game. I backed $30 so I could get into the beta, and I'm so excited to see how well this game does, and it will be released on Steam, and DRM free, so I think you could also get it on GOG or other DRM free websites. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Glitched, but
well, good for them.
Please check it out. It's a really fun, silly, cute game that has some pretty Undertale-esque, I don't want to compare it to Undertale too much, but it has some Undertale-esque battle systems, and, well, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, it's only similar to Undertale kind of in the battle, because sometimes you could get out of battles by talking to them, but also, it also has a very good morale system, and there's a bunch of different multiple endings, and also you can pick a personality at the beginning kind of thing, and that also leads you down a different path. So, I'm very excited. The only downside about this is the full game doesn't come out until around the beginning of 2018. So
wow.
Just keep your eye on this.
2 years.
Stay updated. They might release some demos, but other than that, it will be released. So it got so much love on here. Let's see. It was only supposed to raise $7,500 as its goal, and it raised $68,000. So, go ahead. I think you could still back them on their actual website with PayPal if you want to do that, and you could also still get into the beta. So go out there and buy Glitched if you want. I mean, it's definitely one of my personal favorites that I've seen so far, and the demo is very enjoyable, and people have been giving feedback, and the developers are definitely covering the bugs, and also they said that they are completely reworking the battle system so that it's not as bad as it was. I mean, it was a good battle system, but just wasn't refined enough, and so they're working on that. And with an extra year, pretty much year and a few months, right? I'm quite sure that they'll have this as a really great polished game. Alright, the next thing that I want to talk about is actually another thing that I'm backing on Kickstarter.
Aren't you just a good person?
Yeah, I'm just a great person. But here's the thing: you You can back this right now. There's 4 days left, and if you back it, right? I don't know how much you actually need to back to get this, but here, let me check. If you back, okay, yeah, if you back 15 US dollars or 20 Canadian dollars, you actually get into the beta, which is released in 4 days directly after their complete campaign, okay? And their campaign is actually already successful, as you can see. And I am a backer. So, Customatic is cool, and a lot of people that like to customize Windows must have been waiting for this for a long time. It's been a year, or around that, very close amount, since Windows 10 was released.
Yeah.
Wow. A year, guys. And I like Windows 10. I personally like it. You know, DirectX 12, all that good stuff. It didn't start out performing very well with games, but over time it has improved amazingly. Good job, Windows. I really appreciate the work that you've done, and also with the new Ubuntu subsystem that you can use a Linux bash on. That's very impressive. And I just want to tip my hat. Actually, no, I don't want to tip my hat, because then I'd be a fedora-wearing neckbeard. But I don't want to tip my hat, but I definitely want to thank Microsoft for putting in the time and effort to make the Windows 10 anniversary update, and it's beautiful. Okay, and so people that like to customize Windows 10 must have been waiting for this for a while. I mean, sure, it costs money, but it's very, very impressive. You can make your own themes, share themes, and it's so cool. You also have a Linux-esque taskbar that you can enable, so the taskbar is pretty much non-existent until you open up something, and it looks really, really nice, and you can make everything minimal, and very material-like, and I'm so excited for this. I actually backed them for 31 US dollars so I could get the theme editor and access to the beta. So I'm very, very excited for this. And also, I already have kind of a minimal theme going on with my desktop, and this will definitely help tie it all together.
Oh yeah.
You can also have your own launchers for your start menu. You can have a very, very minimal to a very, very complicated start menu if you want. And also, one thing that they added, I don't know why you'd want to use it. I wouldn't want to use it personally. I support your opinion. You can do whatever you want. But you can actually put live tiles on your desktop instead of having them in the start menu. You can actually drag them and drop them on your desktop with Customatic. Also, Customatic takes up almost no RAM and none of your CPU, so it's very, very light, but makes everything look so perfect. And it'll end in 4 days on August 31st, and I highly, highly recommend backing this before the 4 days are up. And after the beta comes out, they said it would take about 2 weeks, and the final version will come out, and they will constantly update it and keep everything updated with a very minimal, very user-friendly way. And I'm just so excited for this. I don't know if you would be particularly, but I definitely am, because I'm a nerd. Yeah, thank you, Lucas.
I can't wait to get a PC because I want to get this like as soon as I get one.
Yeah. Okay. So now what we're going to talk about is a game that people really wouldn't consider buying, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how people feel towards the original version of this game. I liked it. I didn't play it too much because there wasn't enough content. There wasn't a single-player story.
That was my big problem.
Yeah. But now that they actually have that, and that they have very nice multiplayer, and the graphics have been updated, and it looks really, really nice, is Titanfall 2. People might be surprised that I'm bringing this up. I mean, I didn't really have beef with the original Titanfall. I didn't have too much hype. So, it came out, and then I was like, you know what, that looks like a pretty cool game. I think I'll get it for my PC, and I did, and I very much enjoyed it. And I'm actually pretty excited for this game. now that they have a single-player story mission, it's kind of about the bonding of a Titan with a human, because they have their own personalities and they slowly bond. And it seems like a very touching story and a very action-like story. If you're into that, if you really really like action, it's definitely the single-player story for you. You jump around everywhere, because that's Titanfall. And also, they've added a bunch of new weapons, because that was a problem with the original one. People complained that there was so little amount of weapons that you could actually use and so little Titans. And the pilots of the Titans are highly customizable, while the Titans are like heroes in Overwatch. They have their own specific, weapons and stuff that you can use. So I'm pretty excited for this. I've actually seen a little bit of gameplay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and
that looks awesome.
yeah, it actually looks really really cool. The graphics look pretty spot on. And anything you have to say about it, Lucas?
Well, I mean, I think one thing we've learned today is not to get too hyped about anything, because you never know what could happen. However, I do have kind of high hopes for this one.
Mm-hmm.
It just looks awesome.
Same here. I'm not too hyped for this game. I would say that it's
hype.
I would say that it's a very moderate amount of hype. Very appropriate amount of hype for this game. And they're also getting rid of those bots that you would, turn onto your side. And they're getting rid of all of the AI that were just really stupid. And now their maps are a little bit bigger, but also sometimes force players to, forcefully attack each other. And also you also have this pilot versus pilot thing that's a little bit more like, I don't want to say Call of Duty, but it's quite a bit like that.
No.
It's just pilot on pilot action. You don't have any
Oh my.
But you don't have any Titans there to assist you. Oh, I'm sorry, I had to make that joke. But so it's just pilot versus pilot, and it's quite a bit like Call of Duty. And I'm decently excited for this game, and there's nothing too much that I really need to say about it, but it also is coming out close, a little bit after my birthday, so if I have enough money after my birthday, I'll probably pick up this game as well as Battlefield 1. But Battlefield 1 is what we're going to talk about next, and I'm going to trash on it. I'm going to trash on it a little bit, even though that I'm probably going to buy it. So I'm going to take a little break here for a second, and we're just going to sit back and talk about Battlefield 1 and how hyped we are for it, or how great we think it's going to be, before I go into what I'm going to talk about. I think Battlefield 1 is going to be a pretty fantastic game in regards to gameplay and how well it plays and how exciting it's going to be to play it. What do you think, Lucas?
If you've seen the trailer, at all, that can get anyone hyped. It is so awesome.
Yeah.
I hope if the game's anything like the trailer, it's going to be good.
And I've actually seen around an hour of alpha gameplay, which is definitely going to be changed, but even the alpha gameplay looked insanely polished and great, and I'm excited for the game to come out. The game is not the problem, though. It's
the memes.
EA. It's EA. It's EA every time. Guys, EA, stop. You can't just mess up your games with season passes and all of this stuff.
It should be optional.
EA, you need to learn from your mistakes. A lot of game developers don't. They make the same mistakes over and over and over, causing their fan base to get angry. I mean, they eventually get over it, which is that's why.
That's what people do.
That's why AAA games keep getting away with this. We can't let them get away with it. If I had an actual voice on YouTube, by the way, I don't know, I have 11 subscribers. There's 2 people unsubscribed for me because I don't know, I probably didn't upload for a few weeks. So
cool.
Pretty much 1 month to be exact. Because I actually had to do a lot of AP chemistry work. Woohoo! But it's not like I have much of a voice on YouTube, but if I did, I would definitely use my influence to change the way that AAA developers want to release their games. And it just saddens me. But what doesn't sadden me is indie games. Indie games recently are so much better for such a tiny amount of the price. They're so amazing compared to these trash AAA games. And also, like, I heard that Deus Ex, Mankind Divided, wasn't the best. I heard that there was a lot of performance issues and that it was clearly
Disgusting.
optimized for a console, and everything was clearly just
Filthy.
yeah. It should have just been, made for a console. I'm quite sure that they'll work on that, but people just let these AAA developers get away with this. But on to the other subject here, on to the other subject matter. What I want to talk about now is EA and what they've been doing. Everybody has had a problem with Battlefield's premium.
It's atrocious.
Yeah. Let's see. It started in Battlefield 3 when they started with premium. I actually don't know, but I think they might have started in 3. And people, I don't think they really minded it at first, but that's when Battlefield 4 was released, and the price for premium shot up with quite a tiny amount of content, I think, to actually back it up in the first place. It was just more maps and stuff. I mean, you could just give that out for free. But EA is a money hog. You didn't know that already. Bless you.
Sorry.
but so EA just loves to suck up your money. You better watch out. But that's what I want to talk about. And EA just wants to take your money from you, and to be exact, $50 of it. So this is an article that I found because they didn't actually want to list it on their main website because they were probably disgusted with themselves, okay? But so if you want to order Battlefield 1, stupid trailers. Okay, if you want to order Battlefield 1 and its premium pass together,
No.
it will cost you
No.
$130 US.
Oh, that hurts.
I mean, sure, it consists of the deluxe edition and the premium pass, but who cares? Okay? And so they decided, why don't we kick up the price for premium, okay? Yeah, why don't we just kick it up? Okay? And so they just decided to kick up the price for probably not as much content as you'd think it would be. It is $50 for premium, people. Don't buy it. You're encouraging them. Why are you doing this? Don't buy premium for Battlefield 1.
Don't give in.
You're just teaching them that they can get away with it, okay? You don't want to teach them that. You want to hold them captive until they give it to you for free, okay? You can't let EA just suck your money like that. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm very tongue-tied.
You're just so triggered right now.
And I'm so triggered. But yeah, and the funny thing is EA gets away with it every time with all of these in-game purchases, and so does Activision. I mean, the people that make Call of Duty, Activision. There's all these season passes and stuff. What happened to the good old days when games were released with all of the content included? Like, I mean, sure, I'm being hypocritical, or I'm being a hypocrite, because I really like Glitched, and the DLC will be added, but it's free. So, and yeah, I can't really say anything else about that. So ignore my hypocrisy, and you'll be fine. So, what's the lesson today? What's the lesson today, children? Well, the lesson today is don't let Ubisoft or EA or Activision get away with selling you products that are not yet complete and charging you for the rest of the game. You're teaching them that they could get away with it. You're teaching them that they could suck out, slowly suck all of your money away, okay? Don't let them do that. And I guess that concludes our podcast, or whatever you want to call it. I mean, it's recorded, it's not streamed, so
It is education.
yeah. Educational podcast for anybody that's interested. But so have a great day, night, evening. Don't really know what else there is. So have a great rest of your night or day, or whatever else I said.
Good night.
And
It's been your boy Lucas
and ya boy Tanner, and we'll probably be back next week unless we're ultra lazy. And goodbye.
School.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.